our hands on the Jurassic World Rebirth launch and battle vehicle set by Mattel. Can we capture the Velociraptor with Krebs? Measuring 10.7 inches long, this Jurassic World off-road vehicle sports super sweet modeling with wheels that roll into action. This vehicle has a front windshield, a front bumper, and lights. Too bad they don't turn on. The interior has seats for two, a dashboard, and a turning steering wheel. Too bad it doesn't actually steer the front wheels. There's also a gear shifter. On the exterior, we have two side mirrors. We have the Jurassic logo, an InGen Biogenetics logo, and the number 02. On the back, we can see the taillights and the rear bumper. There's a large compartment in the back of the off-road vehicle. The wheels are made of hard plastic, not rubber. Here's a look underneath the vehicle. Inspired by the movie, here's the 7.5-inch long Velociraptor included in this set. Really nice facial sculpt with cool blue paint with a striped design. Its upper teeth look fine, but the lower set of teeth look like sloppy crap. It does have a pretty nice tongue. It has some quills on the top of its head running down its neck. It has stripes running down its back, the tail has a few stripes, and it has some nice curvature. Sadly, it has unpainted hand claws and unpainted foot claws. It even has dew claws, but they're unpainted. It has a lighter shade of paint in its throat and belly area. This set also includes a detachable turret. Let's load up the dart projectile, shoot the dino to capture a DNA sample. Now load the capture net, aim, and hit the trigger to capture the dino. Wearing his movie-inspired outfit, 3.75-inch Martin Krebs looks pretty decent. Krebs can ride in the vehicle or man the launcher. He rotates his arms with outward pivot. He has elbow bend and elbow rotation. There's no wrist movement. Sadly, there's no waist movement. His legs move forward and backward, and he can do the splits. He has knee bend and knee rotation, but there's no movement in the feet. Krebs can stand on his own. This Velociraptor rotates at the neck, and it moves up and down. Its lower jaw opens and closes. Its arms fully rotate. Its legs move forward and backward. Its feet don't move. Its tail fully rotates. The end of its tail is flexible. This Velociraptor can stand on its own. As for the vehicle, the side mirrors can move, the turret can rotate, and swivel up and down. Here's the Spinosaurus Danger Set, retailing for $34.99. Let's unbox it. With an entertainment-inspired sculpt, paint, and deco, 16.5-inch long Spinosaurus looks pretty good. Let's attach its tail. It's not as incredible looking as the $50 figure, but it's decent. The head sculpt looks good with light-colored eyes and dark pupils, brow ridges, a long, narrow snout, and vicious rubber teeth. It has a nicely sculpted and painted tongue with texture. The inside of his mouth is painted nice. Its neck doesn't have any striped paint, but there's lighter paint in the throat area. Its body has that large boxy sail with spines. Not a huge fan of that sail paint blend, but there's some rough and bumpy skin texture. Its muscular paddle-like tail has a few stripes with orangish paint. It's not segmented like Tail Thrasher Spinosaurus's tail. Also, there's some curvature to it. His arms are well done with nice skin texture, but its claws are unpainted. There's some decent muscle detail and texture in its legs, and we can see scoots on its feet and shiny nails. It's a shame they're not painted. Here's a look at his underbelly with some nice texturing. With movie-inspired attire and glasses, 3.75-inch Dr. Henry Loomis is based on the likeness of Jonathan Bailey. Wearing her movie-inspired outfit, 3.5-inch Zora Bennett is based on the likeness of Scarlett Johansson. It somewhat resembles her. The set includes several accessories, a 2-piece DNA extractor. Let's equip Dr. Loomis with it. Here's the flare gun. Zora can hold the flare gun. Zora's wearing the shoulder holster. It can be removed. There's also this utility nut. Let's equip Zora with it. Also, there's a weapons case with some nice detailing. It can close and open and store weapons. The dart gun splits in two to fit in the utility case. Scan its foot to unlock a digital version of the dinosaur. Spinosaurus's neck moves up and down, moves side to side, and pivots somewhat. His jaws open and close. Its arms rotate, but it doesn't pivot outward. Its legs move forward and backward. Its feet can fully rotate. Its tail moves up and down and side to side. Surprisingly, the tail doesn't move, even though it looks like it can. Spinosaurus can stand on its own. Dr. Henry Loomis rotates his head and moves up and down with some head pivot. His arm fully rotates and pivots outward. He bends at the elbow with elbow rotation, but there's no wrist movement. He has waist rotation, his legs move forward and backward, and he can do the splits. He has knee bend and knee rotation, but no foot articulation. Dr. Loomis can stand on his own. Zora Bennett rotates her head and moves up and down with some head pivot. Her arms fully rotate with outward pivot. She bends at the elbow with elbow rotation. She has waist rotation. Her legs move forward and backward. She can do the splits as well. She has knee bend and knee rotation. Sadly, her feet don't move. Zora can stand on her own. Here's the Matchbox Mosasaurus Rescue Action Boat, retailing for $29.99. Love the open package design with that backdrop. You can capture Mosasaurus by land or sea. With movie-inspired sculpt and deco, 12.75-inch Mosasaurus actually looks pretty sweet. Pretty nice head sculpt with yellow eyes and a dark pupil, brow ridges, a narrow snout with nostrils, small painted teeth. They're nowhere as good as the mainline figure's teeth, and a tongue. Pretty basic looking. Sadly, the inside of the mouth isn't painted. It has pretty good paint apps and osteoderms running down its back to its tail. She has some darker paint on her tail, a visible tail fluke, and some tail curvature. Its underbelly looks pretty good with a lighter paint and a textured design. Her flippers have a muted texture. Its lower jaw opens and closes by pressing the button. There's no head movement. Although it looks like her tail can rotate, it does not. The end portion of her tail is flexible. All four of her flippers rotate a bit. They're made of a flexible material. This 12.5-inch long rescue action boat looks pretty awesome. It has a pretty sweet looking exterior. A crane with a working winch for capturing and transporting the Mosasaurus by sea. A working ramp for the detachable rescue boat. Some cool stickers on the front and side windows. And the deck has some pretty nice textured details. Here's a closer look at the missile launcher. We can mount the missile launcher on the top of the rescue action boat. 4 projectiles are included with this set. These projectiles may be stored on the rescue action boat. Let's load a harpoon missile, aim at the Mosasaurus, and fire. We missed the first shot. She's ramming into the boat, causing some destruction. I got my sights on her. Fire! Hooray! We landed the shot, attach the crane, and bring her on board. The boat has wheels for traveling on land. Check out the sea creatures underneath the boat. The crane can rotate a bit, and it moves up and down a little. A 1/64th scale die-cast Jeep vehicle is included in this set. The detachable rescue boat looks pretty basic. Let's deploy the ram. Now we can engage in rescue protocols. Here's the Matchbox Dino Catcher RC, retailing for $48.59. Ooh, looks like there's dino catching action in 2 speeds. Let's get it unboxed. The Dino Catcher RC vehicle looks fantastic. This RC vehicle features all sorts of cool details, like a working capture claw, a dino capture cage, large functional rubber tires, a rotating steering wheel, but it doesn't actually steer the wheels. Room for 2 action figures inside the vehicle for enhanced storytelling. Action figures are sold separately. Inspired by Jurassic World Rebirth, 1 Alioramus dino figure is included. Nothing moves, it's just fixed in place. But you can remove it from its base. Initially, you have to turn on and pair the controller with the RC vehicle. Can we actually catch the rogue Alioramus? With the capture claw open, chase the dino. Now manually swing it back and secure the dino in the truck's capture cage. We did it! Devour Tyrannosaurus Rex, retailing for $49.84. Let's get it unboxed. Meet Power Devour T-Rex, the king of the dinosaurs. Spanning an impressive 22 inches long, it looks intimidating. Impressive facial sculpt with yellow eyes and a dark pupil, well-sculpted brow ridges, a narrow snout with nostrils, sharp, flexible teeth, a wet, realistic-looking tongue, and a really nice paint variation. Its scales look pretty sweet, with a variety of sizes. Moving to the neck, it has osteoderms and dark stripes, some intricate folds, and it transitions from darker to lighter paint. Its body has osteoderms and dark stripes along its back, and a rough and bumpy skin texture. It has shorter, muscular arms with unpainted claws. Wish they painted its paws. Its massive legs have fairly decent muscle definition. It has scoots on its feet with dark-colored claws. Very nice. It has a muscular tail with osteoderms and some curvature. The details are pretty muted on its underbelly. Hold down and release its tongue to activate its ferocious chomp and devour action with lights and sounds. That's sick. Interestingly, if you keep your finger held on its tongue, it won't bite your finger. Press down once on its tongue to hear cool dino sound effects. Motion its tail up and down for fierce chomping, or side to side for side-swiping action. Twist its tail to change the direction of the attack. Power Devour T-Rex moves its upper and lower jaws. It has limited rotation at the neck, and there's up and down movement, as well as side-to-side action. Its tongue moves down and back up, its arms can rotate, but they don't pivot outward. Its massive legs move forward and backward. There's no knee movement, but there's foot articulation. You can partially rotate its tail, move it side to side, as well as up and down. The end of its tail fully rotates, and it's somewhat flexible. For comparison, here's a look at Lab Lockdown T-Rex, Power Devour T-Rex, and Super Colossal T-Rex. Inspired by Jurassic World Rebirth, the Utah Raptor is the oldest and largest of the Dromaeosaurids. Overall, the sculpt actually looks pretty decent. Nice facial sculpt with a sweet, bright orange and black paint scheme, yellow eyes with a black pupil and some lighter paint under the eye, nostril details, ultra-sharp teeth, and a nicely painted shiny tongue. Its body is covered with brown and orange with a brilliant coat of fur. Look at those massive arm claws, ready to tear into foes. It also has flexible feather details, some pretty good muscle detail on its legs, but also it has a lethal killing claw on each foot. Deadly. Look at its feathered tail, really nicely done. Push down on its tail to activate an upward head strike attack accompanied by a fierce roar. Conversely, push down on its tail for a downward head strike attack. Rotate its tail either left or right to make it turn its head in the corresponding direction. The Utah Raptor rotates its neck, and it moves up and down. Its jaws close and open. Its arms can fully rotate, and they swivel up and down. Its legs swivel forward and backward. Its feet are fixed in place. Its tail can partially rotate, and it moves up and down. The end of its tail rotates. Here's Wild War Bionics, a close relative of the Spinosaurus. Let's get it unboxed. Let's attach her tail. I love Bionics' look and color scheme. Look at that facial sculpt with striking green eyes with a dark pupil surrounded by dark paint, narrow snout, cone-shaped teeth, and a shiny, realistic tongue. The shape of its snout and teeth resembles those of a crocodile. Check out the paint and details in her neck, very nice. She has multiple rows of spikes running down her back and extending through to her tail. Very nice paint and skin texture, and great muscular definition in her legs. She has 3 sharp claws on her feet. Take a look at her vicious, spiked tail. The tail has some nice curvature. There's a speaker and battery compartment on her underbelly. Move her tail up and down for a head strike attack and dinosaur roar. Rotate its tail to change attack direction. Bionics rotates at the neck, and it also moves up and down. Its jaw opens and closes, but it always remains open. Her arms can fully rotate, and they swivel outward. Its legs move forward and backward. Sadly, its feet don't move. Her tail partially rotates and moves up and down. The end of its tail can rotate. Here's Wild War Mosasaurus. Let's get it unboxed. With authentic movie-inspired sculpt and deco, Mosasaurus looks fantastic. Man, check out that impressive head sculpt with yellow eyes with a dark pupil. A short but thick snout, large curved bull-like horns, and that large spiked frill area with sweet skin texturing. Great paint application. Its body is well sculpted and painted with a dark gray tone on its back. It has a pretty nice skin texture throughout its body, but it's a bit muted on its hind legs. Some decent muscle definition in its legs with clawed feet. Notice it has 5 front claws and 4 rear claws. It has a pretty short but muscular tail. On its underbelly, we see the speaker area and battery compartment. Move its tail up and down for a head strike attack and dinosaur roar. Rotate its tail to change attack direction with roaring sounds. Mosasaurus rotates at the neck and moves up and down. Sadly, its mouth doesn't open and close. Its forelimbs move forward and backward, and they swivel outward. Its hind legs move forward and backward. Its feet don't move. Its tail partially rotates and moves up and down. Its rear tail rotates. Here's Wild War Myasaur. Let's get it unboxed. I actually love Myasaur's lovely paint scheme. Let's attach its tail. The facial sculpt is pretty decent with yellow eyeballs with a dark pupil, a small but pointed head crest for headbutting, an open mouth sculpt, and head spikes that run down her neck and then abruptly disappear. Not a big fan of that transition, but I get it. Check out those sculpted details on her neck. The curved spikes extend from her body to her tail, though we do see another rough transition. I love the body sculpting with rough and bumpy scaling details. The little paint details and exquisite sculpting on her body are a nice touch. We have some really nice muscular detail in her hind legs. She has 2 claws on her forelimbs and 4 sharp claws on her hind legs. Look at its muscular curved tail with little spikes. On its underbelly, we can see a speaker area and the battery compartment. Move its tail up and down for a head strike attack and dinosaur roar. Twist its tail to change attack direction and hear roaring sounds. Myasaur rotates at the neck and moves up and down as well. Surprisingly, her mouth's fixed in place. Its forelimbs can fully rotate and pivot outward. Contrastingly, her rear legs only move forward and backward. Its feet are fixed in place. Its tail partially rotates, but it returns to its original position. It can also be moved up and down, but it's not posable. The end of her tail rotates.